are here with Felicia Leatherwood from Los Angeles, California, one of my very good friends, also my manager of texture management. And I just wanted to do a session with her today. Well, first of all, hi, Felicia.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good, good, good. Yes, nice to see you.
I got a toast to you.
Oh, look
Cheers
at
to you.
cheers, mommy. Thank you.
Drink a little.
Oh, and okay. Well, I don't know rules. Mm.
Mm. I don't know what you drinking on, but it look like tea.
You know what I'm saying? Well, look like tea. And we're gonna roll with that.
Okay.
Anyway, like I said, nice to see you.
You too.
Today I wanted to start, I don't know if it's a series, I feel like it's a series, but I know a lot of influential women. I know a lot of influential people, but sometimes people don't know, just basic questions or I really want to do a get to know you session, with Felicia M. Leatherwood. Do people know that your middle initial is M?
That's for money.
It stands for money. M. Period.
Period, boo.
Bam. Exactly. Exactly. Well, let's get started. I know your time is limited. I have about 60 questions, so we'll get as far as possible.
60? Wow. Okay.
Look, and probably more than that. However, no, it's about 60 questions, so we'll get as far as possible. We might even have a part 2. I'm so thankful for this quarantine. We have a chance to actually spend some time together.
Yeah.
Virtual. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So let's get started. First question, how are you feeling?
Great.
How are you?
Never better.
Never better.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's good.
Rested?
I probably could rest a little bit more. I'm a workaholic, so I kind of stay up late and then I wake up early and all that stuff. I think last night I got 6 hours straight, like bam, knocked out. It was wonderful.
Yeah, that's a lot. I call
Yeah,
myself an early bird night owl. And a lot of times I only do 4 to 5 hours of sleep.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I would like to sleep more. So sometimes if I can lay down, I know. I try to or whatever, but yeah, you're early bird night owl. I know, but that it's not bad. It's not bad. And okay, second question. Let's see. In your opinion, how do we know each other?
Wow. Okay, so I know you from Talia Wajid, the World Natural Hair Show. I feel like we met. Time moves so fast. Was it 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 15 years ago, 10
About
years ago?
17, 18, Felicia.
Oh, I'm not that old. Don't you say that. I rebuke it.
And
Okay, well,
exactly. But I mean,
look at the time. We've been friends a while, y'all. That's what we'll say.
what did I say about the last interview? 10 days.
It's been, wow, this is crazy. But yeah, we worked with each other. We did platform work at Talia Wajid. And I came in on that gig. A friend of mine was supposed to do it, and she had to back out, and she gave it to me. And so that's how, yeah, she hooked me up with it because she couldn't do it. And that's how I ended up there. And honestly, the best thing that came out of that was you. Like, it wasn't a bad situation, but you and I have had a long friendship. And anytime I've come to Atlanta, you show me love. If you've been in LA, you come over. Like, so to me, that lasted way longer than that check we got. If we got a check, I don't remember.
I was gonna say.
I don't remember. Like, I think I got a check, but
Yeah, no, I think you was Felicia, you was big time. I think you probably, yeah, you got
it just lasted longer than that moment.
Yeah.
You know, our friendship that we had on the stage together, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah. And what
You're
I
a
remember
family.
most was
Oh,
you were so kind because when I really met you, you were in the bathroom cutting up a t-shirt. And now I can't wear a t-shirt if it's not cut up. I mean,
we had, yes, me either. Me, I gotta cut them all up.
Me too, no matter what. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Will you cut my t-shirt?" Because I didn't know then. I didn't know how. And you were like, "Yeah," and that was it. Like literally that was it. So beautiful.
And what I really love about you is you always put a smile and a laugh behind the words you say. And that's just wonderful because, especially right now in this world, like with this whole thing going on, and our lives have been really shifted in a direction we were not prepared for, to have someone around that keeps you positive, feeling good, they're upbeat, it's important. So thank you for being constant in that way.
Sweet. Thank you very much. That was nice. Thank you. Um, the third question, can you cook?
Oh my God. Can I cook? It's a funny story. So I think I'm a pretty good cook. And the reason why is because I'm not scared, right? I'm not scared to cook. I'll go in there, I'll figure it out. I'll be looking around like what I got. Now, I used to be married, and I was married to a Dominican Haitian man who was a great cook, but everything tastes greasy and fried. But that's okay. It was delicious. Gained a lot of weight.
Exactly, but it was good. Exactly.
But it was greasy and fried. I ate so many empanadas and plantain in my life. Like I'm good. Like I know an empanada. I know how to make them, stuff them, roll them, the whole thing. I know empanadas, right? So he never let me cook when we were married.
Oh wow.
He said he didn't like my cooking. He said that he didn't like my cooking. He only liked his cooking and his mama's cooking. Yep. So, it wasn't an insult to me because I got to not do that cook. I was like, okay, cool. But at some point I missed it. And I felt like growing up watching my mom, and I was a lot of times on duty of the house because my mother was sick a lot. Mm-hmm. So growing up, you learn how to be this kind of woman that cooks, cleans, and works. You take care of things like that. So when it's denied of you, like when it's denied to you, you kind of like be like, wow, well, now what? And I missed that. I missed being a woman who cooks for herself or her man.
Yeah.
And so when we got a divorce, and I was in town, I was good throwing down. And now I've switched over to like, I'm learning how to cook vegan food. And that's become amazing to me too.
Any favorite vegan dish? That's not even.
I make really good vegan enchiladas. Really good, like I make a kale stew that's delicious. I make
now okay, see, I'm into food. So
I mean, you could throw your meat on top.
Well, I'm into meat, but no, I can do it all. I don't have to have meat. I like meat. I have to be like I like meat. But when I eat meat, it's good and it's quality. Like I can drive an hour and a half away to a farm or whatever. I'm researching, so I know where my meat comes from as much as possible.
I can't see those animals. I can't look at them while they alive.
Oh, I'm gonna eat till I'm buying. I'm about to eat your cousin.
Oh.
Oh, please.
I need it to be like ready to be on the stove, because if I gotta look at him live and he got a baby next to him, and be like,
they'd be having chickens, the cows, the pigs, all that. No.
My grandparents had a farm, and so in Texas, and every summer I would go to Texas and be on this farm. So I learned how to milk the cow and all that stuff. None of it was fun to me. Like it was only fun after my grandma put it in flour and egg and fried it. But to watch it go down, I was like, I don't like this part.
I'm not a farm girl, but that fruits of the labor, eating that stuff, woo, is so good. I know. Let me stop because I'll talk about food all day. What is your favorite color?
I'm into purple right now. I've been like, I don't even know. I'm gonna show you. Like, is this this is like a purple, right? Like a beet purple, something like that. I like this color, and I don't know what it's called, but
we'll do it. That's beautiful.
It's like a beet purple beet. I don't know. That's beet juice in there, but it's some kind of purple. But I'm into purple, and I think that it's interesting. Every time in my life that I've chosen a color, like it's become my favorite color. It's like I awaken to it, it always is something related to like chakras or rainbow colors. Every time it's always like the rainbow spectrum or chakra colors. So now it's like this like purple, like indigo-ish color that's calling to me.
So you change colors.
Yeah. It was green before.
That's
Money green.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
just green. It's I feel like when I was younger it was blue, and then
Yeah.
yeah, after
Pink was every little girl's favorite color. But I wonder if we only chose pink because we didn't have a choice. It was
age to choose.
kind of pushed on us to that pink is supposed to be your color because you're a girl.
Yeah, pink wasn't mine because I didn't have that type of mom. My mom is kind of like me. You know what I mean? But I did it to Khalees.
Mm.
I know. I did it to Khalees, and she definitely is not a pink girl, you know. So yeah, it could be that that gender, just the typical,
Interesting, right?
yeah, kind of typical, you know, what we do.
I've been waking up to a lot of the things that were given to us without an option
Oh my God.
that we never knew. They were given us, passed down through generations. And some of them were good, but others did not help us. They didn't push us or progress us in a way that was more empowering for us as women and women of color. So I've been, since this quarantine, I've had a lot of time to reflect on what what about me is not me. Like what about me was put on me from somebody else's experience that I and I inherited it through, you know, growing up.
Yeah,
And it's a trip now, just awakening to that.
I love that. That's I would say probably for the last 2 years, I feel like that's where I've been. Like, okay, I have these family systems, you know, these patterns. You know, what is it? The our belief systems, limited beliefs, and all that stuff. And I really had to break that down and look at some stuff because literally I didn't think my family was dysfunctional, you know, because our dysfunction is soft. I would
Okay.
buy our dysfunction. Like it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it's there. And so I had to really break some stuff down. And I'm with you, like, why do I believe that? do I believe that? You know, exactly. And so even with Christianity, it's like, well, I just choose to keep, you know, go along with that. But there's different things that I learn and I question with that.
Yes.
Not down to learn a new religion. I'm just not that person. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? However,
Yeah.
I question it. I'm not just totally indoctrinated anymore. I
I
just
feel like religion or a way of life, however you know you want to associate with it, um, there's so many layers to it.
mm,
And I think what people forget is that it's a personal relationship with God.
yeah,
Personal means no one can possibly really truly know how you feel and what's happening in the mind of you and God, your relationship with God.
there
And
will
so
never be another you.
it's a trip because when we go into different settings, everybody wants to put their impression of who God is on you. What if you have the opportunity to get to just know God on your own without someone telling you this is who God is, or God is a jealous God? Maybe God is not jealous anymore. Maybe God has a different like we constantly change. God stays the same, but at the same time, how do we know?
How do we? Well, first of all, it just is. Yeah, God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and the Word of God remains. But other than that, none of us. You like you saying, you still have your own personal relationship, and that's where
Yeah.
people go wrong. Because just like like I said, the family systems and all those things passed down, we also go off the guilt of our mothers, our grandmothers.
Yes.
We ain't even have to go off, live their life. And we got the guilt of, being convicted for this, that, and the other. And it's not even our problem. It's not even our story. It's not even our issue. What I do believe is the word of God stands true. But what he means to me, like you're saying, there will never be another me. There will never be another you, anybody. So who can
Is
say
God
You
can
going to hell
God,
because
mind.
you know,
Yeah, God can change God's mind.
God is God.
God is God.
God is God.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
But he's so good to me. I know, right? I know. Like, I'm so grateful. I really am. I just, from what I know and what I believe and who I have my personal relationship with, like, ooh,
Yeah.
your grace and mercy, your favor is just like off the chain. And when I'm not even, like I've told you before, like, you've been better to me than I've been to myself. You know, same thing about God. Like, wow, like you really love me. You just
Yes.
keep me going. Even
Yeah.
this right here, that's God to me,
Yeah.
you know? And so, CC, okay, here we go. 8:46. Let's move on. God is good. One thing before you die. One thing you just have to do before you die.
One thing I have to do, I always think about this too. I really, I just want to own. There's a house that I've been looking at on an island, and I just want
Oh,
to be in this house on this island with my man
yeah.
in a rocking chair,
Yeah.
watching the sunset.
Yeah.
That is, that's my new endeavor. Like when you're young, you pick other things. Now that's important to me.
Yeah.
Be on this island,
Mhm.
have a little farm, something I can have to sustain me when I want to eat, and
Yeah.
kind of look back at the world, you know, and just know that I'm in this space of like understanding that I'm going to something great when I leave here, you know. I
Mhm.
think that's where I just want to harness that and hold that
That sounds
for
love.
me for my life.
Yeah. Love and security.
Yeah. Cause everything else I feel like I've done. I feel like I've
Mhm.
done my little list. I didn't have a long bucket list. So I feel like, I'm doing it. I'm doing a lot of the stuff. I got a product out. The management company's
What
doing good.
what product?
you know, um, there's some wonderful people around me in my life, like you and some other people, and I'm creating because without being able to create, I'll feel like I'm dying. Honestly, I'm a Capricorn. We have to be creative. We have to. It gives us so much rebirth to create. And so even when I'm sitting on that porch with my man watching the sunset on this island when I'm older woman, know that I'm gonna be doing something. I'll be active at something. Something.
Oh,
Something I'll be actively doing. I've been painting.
I
Did you
saw,
know that?
yeah. So show us a new one. I saw the girls with the
I
two.
gotta well, I'm gonna paint. I have to find time to paint. I did this one, but I think you saw this.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
That
I
old
did.
or what? That's new?
Oh, I did this like a week ago.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
Mhm.
that. Girl, you got it.
Yeah.
So you
So
have always been a painter?
I was an artist young, or well, my family thought I would be. My family said I was always doodling as a child, maybe like 10, 11, doodle. And basically, they thought I was going to go to fashion design school and design gowns because I was always trying to draw wedding dresses.
Oh,
Well, I was in the art magnet. I had contemporary art, photography, abstract art, sculpting. What else? The history of art, like everything in high school. And then I forgot about it. So since we've been on under quarantine, I brought my paints out, my canvas, and I'll be like, oh,
wow.
okay, I got it. I'm proud.
That's like real. I mean, that's something someone would buy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that one. I showed Khalees earlier, the one with the two hips.
Women Afro.
So cute.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Good for you. Good for you. I appreciate you staying active. I
Mhm.
know you can't help it, but like you really do.
have to do that too. You know, I look at my parents and they're getting older, and my mom is having a rebirth of herself through social media and getting on Zoom calls, having prayer meetings on Zoom, and she's learning this technology and she's getting so excited that she stays up late. Um, and then my dad, he's kind of like he hasn't found his groove, so his energy is different.
Yeah.
So it's really you know, you have to stay active to keep your energy right, to keep your energy up, to keep you alive. It's what God, I believe, wants us to do, is to stay creative and stay active.
Yeah, use our gifts. And if you don't know your purpose or you don't have a passion, then sometimes when you get up, it's just like a willy-nilly day.
Yeah.
You know, and just like your mom, my mom is very active. She's 80. She turned 80 February.
Oh, nice.
But very active, treadmill, fly, natural, was natural before its time, was organic before its time. But she is active like on social media, like your mom. So your mom definitely is getting a second life because like, oh my gosh, you know, and then how many other people their age that are on the internet, Facebook and all that, that they can actually connect with.
Yeah.
So she's, like you said, it literally is a rebirth, which is beautiful because you don't want to die. You don't want to or look at them and, you know, get depressed or be like, I don't want to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting for your parents to age, right? I mean, my dad passed this past couple of years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. He had a long life, good life. All of us, 8 children were there at the end, and no regrets. Like no regrets. Like he kicked it. Even when
you feel like, I mean, this is gonna take us a little off topic, but I'm gonna ask you something a little strange.
Come on.
Do you feel like, has he shown up to you in dreams?
Numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I was reading, like sometimes they like move your keys or hide stuff. Like you go to look for something, you don't see it. She's like, that's
my mother-in-law does. No, I feel like my mother-in-law does that type of stuff. But yeah, with my dad, it's more subtle, like he was. You know, he wasn't a type A personality dude. His temperament was just cool. He was a good listener, observer. So like numbers or just different feelings, or like you said, showing up. Yeah, because you don't.
My aunt will show up and tell me to add something, some ingredient to something. She'll be like, just put a little more pepper in it. You know, ancestors do that to us. For me with hair, my ancestors show up for when I'm styling hair and they'll go, twist it this way, put it that way, and then do this. And I'm like, all right, I'll be listening.
Well, honey, you be showing up with nothing in mind. I'll be researching, doing whatever, and still be going wrong. Not like that.
But I pray to them, though. I do. I actually do pray and ask my ancestors to help me with my creativity because I've been doing this a long time. And sometimes you just get stuck. You know, you be on pause like, I've done everything. Now what? Your creativity don't flow the same way each time. Exactly. So I definitely will go and be like, ancestors, where you at?
Alakazam.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, let me see. The nicest person that you've met.
The nicest person, like period, or in Hollywood, or just
yeah, let's do Hollywood because everybody's always into stars.
Well, one of the nicest people, I mean, there's a few. Wow. So Issa Rae, Sky Jackson, her mother, Kaya, I love them. Yar Shahidi, her mom, wonderful. Will Smith, oh my God. You talk about a nice person. Will Smith is amazing. Because Will, I remember the first time I went to braid his hair, I was so nervous and they lived so far away and I think I was late because I was in the salon. Yeah. You know when like the salon, the people be coming in all, last minute.
Making you late.
Yeah, he lived far, and I didn't really. But long story short, he was so nice. He put a vibration, like doing his hair. You felt good because when we work on people, if they got something going on, we feel it. And I remember Jada was pregnant with Jaden at the time, and they were so nice, like right to the point where he was like, "You want some orange juice?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm okay." He had like a little. I was like, "He's not, take the rest, just take it. You could, just cool. You want to take a picture of your work?" And I didn't have a camera. I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, "Oh, well, I missed that. Missed out on that."
Oh,
Yeah, but he is super nice. Lenny Kravitz, that man right there.
it's funny. I
And
know.
see, when you say, like, when you talk about people being nice, it's like you start reflecting on what makes them nice. Givers. They're givers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They provide an atmosphere that is giving and loving and free and non-judgmental. And so that's what I look for when I'm working with people, like in terms of nice.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah. Good
Lenny has
science.
given so much to me. Like he's an incredible man. My 50th birthday, Lenny gave me his Brazilian home, and about 9 of my friends came with me, and it was the most amazing vacation. So, he's always a giver. He gave me and my boyfriend a nice little vacation, and just always giving.
But
Huh?
you are too.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. We're your, what are we to you?
You mean?
You manage me, your managees.
Well, so okay, so anybody watching, what Angie is saying is like, so I run a company called Texture Management, and it's me and Mariah Ford, uh, who are Mariah's holding me down, honestly. And Texture Management was created because I wanted to spotlight and showcase other hairstylists that are really talented, and other hairstylists wanted to be in the industry on another level. And I felt like, well, I have access to that. Why not give it to them? Let other people know who they are, what they do, and their talents, and go from there. So that's what I did.
Yeah,
That's what I did, and it's been great. There's 17 members in Texture Management. 4 of them are makeup artists, and the rest are hairstylists, and they're all over the world. And
all
so
over.
it's just it's been great. Y'all are awesome.
I love it.
Just wonderful. Yeah,
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
wonderful. Just so the world knows why she's talking about generosity and all that. I mean, you gave all of us a little stimulus. You know what I mean? But overall, when you think about that, no one has to do that. It was a lot of employers of jobs, that didn't want to do that for their people.
And I went back and forth with that. And the reason why is because I was like, this isn't enough money. Like they need, I wanted to give y'all like
I know. Anyway, don't say it.
for a month. And I was like, well, maybe they could at least buy groceries, put some gas in the car with this. But I wanted to like, give y'all like a month.
The reciprocity that's why your world is how it is. Exactly. But what you gave, like, are you kidding? You have 17 people. You know what I mean? And so I understand, even if you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other endeavors that we have, cooking, within the management team and all that stuff, that's opportunities for us to, bank and grow and stuff, and take it to another level. But you didn't have to do it, and you did. And so that is why your life is, it reflects that. It really does. Because the people, even like you said, the energy of some clients sometimes, some people, that you've sent, it's still, it's a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful, yeah. And so nice. So that was about what, 4 or 5, 6.7 nice people. The nicest person.
I mean, there's so many, but definitely, yeah.
No, I understand. It really, and that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of times, people think in a negative sense, or people aren't nice, people aren't generous, people aren't that. And you and I both know that is not the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've had some really good experiences. Simone Missick, Teyonah Parris. Um, so I mean, just a lot. A lot of people I've worked with that have been,
Anthony Anderson, remember him?
oh my God. Listen, he's not even Anthony ain't nice.
Hey,
No,
but that was your first.
I go to his house. I'm at their house. I just don't be over there like eating food and stuff all the time. His wife, Alvina, is an incredible human being. Incredible. And her sister, Carol. You talk about some amazing people that I will always show up for. Those two ladies right there. So Anthony, I love Anthony, but his wife and her sister,
Even better. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
they the foundation right there.
Married up.
I'm a drink to them, actually.
Let's drink to them. Exactly. Exactly. Married up. Mm. No, that's a beautiful thing though. And it's fun because what it is we are in a underground world. You're to the max in it. You know what I mean? Like the level and the amount of celebrities that you actually come in encounter with and know and have in your phone. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I have my fair share, but you are like to the max. But you've also taken your gifts and your talents to the max. And I'm lying when I say to the max, but you've just excelled.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you think we started together. You know what I mean? And my life went like this way. Okay.
Well, you got a whole family, man. I didn't hit the mark there. I didn't have kids,
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanted kids or I just wanted a little baby to kiss on. Like even now, I love babies. Love babies.
Yeah, gotta get a baby fix.
But once they grow up, you'd be like, you talking a lot.
Yeah.
like they just turn into different people. They turn into their own people. Now, my nephew, who was a teenager, because I used to always be like, I don't fool with teenagers, but my nephew is incredible. That kid, that's my heart. And he is a teenager, and we have a lot of fun together. Even now, like he's out of town with his mom, and we've been sending each other videos, funny stuff. Like, and he's got all this, like, I don't even know if they still use this word swag.
I was gonna say, I knew you was gonna say swag.
I don't think they use it. I'm showing my age now, but yeah, like he's like all swagged out and he comes with his little dancing and his funny little stuff he says, But I love that guy.
Yeah.
That was right there.
Well, I mean, and it's the same. Like before I had children and I didn't get the how serious parenting is. So I was definitely like that friend or that auntie, like, well, just do this, just do that. You know what I'm saying? But I was an auntie and I was involved. And it's very interesting to see them. And it depends. I have like 19, 20, nieces and nephews.
What?
Well, I'm the youngest of 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of 8. But I try to be an auntie, to all of them. So it's interesting to see them come from like, baby to swag. Like you're saying, like their own little person.
Yeah. They're funny. And then when they become teenagers, they just keep their head down on their phone or video game, whatever. Like,
I hate it.
You gotta be like, hey, hi, I'm here, So
I don't like that. I don't like it. I just and you want to create a comfortable space or whatever, because I can definitely nag and be saying, but I don't like all that head down and internet. But that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. But it's not.
I mean, I guess we did that. It was just different.
It was different. It really was. Could have been MTV, watching TV, Brady Bunch, watching TV all day.
As soon as when I turned 19, I got my first car. Like my aunt gave me a car, and I had a cute little car.
Good auntie.
I had a cute car. I had my own apartment.
At 19, Felicia? But you were grown. But you
I'm so sorry. Hold on, I gotta turn this off real quick.
I'm like, what is that? You cooking?
Yeah, I was trying to bake a little something in the oven. Some sweet potatoes. Nothing serious.
So greedy. You hear me? About everything.
I'm making some vegan chili later, and I like to put sweet potatoes in there.
Oh, girl. I miss you. I'm gonna have to come see you. Pet peeve.
Oh my God. Where do I start? I hate stupid stuff. Like, I mean, things are different now. I hate when people are standing in the way. I really do. It bugs me. Move. Why are you standing here? Why people gotta walk through? What are you doing? And this is gonna sound so crazy. Maybe not. We're in the quarantine. I don't like when people up on me. Like,
Oh,
don't stand so close. This is before Corona. Like, my personal space is exactly what it is. It's my personal space. So when I travel, and especially out the country, there's certain cultures that are like, they don't care. They be around like that. Like, and I had to like get my mind together, because that is my pet peeve. Like, get off.
claustrophobic-ish stuff.
I don't know if it's that. I just feel like,
Yeah.
why are you here? Why are you over here? Go over there. There's space. There's room. Be there.
You might have to visit where that came from. You have to go back to some childhood for real, because my phobia is like, where did that come from? And then I traced it back, and it was like, it might have started there at grandma's house.
Maybe you know what I will say to you, like, I always felt like growing up, your parents would kick the door in. They're like, why you got this door closed? Like, you never had privacy. What you doing? Like, I never liked that. When I worked a job and I had a little cubicle, like the supervisor would come and lean over, see what I'm doing, like be around, hanging around, trying to act like they weren't. I just don't like that. Like, get ugh.
But you weren't supposed to be in no cubicle anyway. You already know.
There now. This Corona's feeling a little cubicle-ish.
I love Corona. It's been good.
Huh?
I love this COVID stuff. It's been good to me.
It's different. It's one thing to choose to stay away and stay home. It's another thing to be forced to, and you don't really understand the ramifications of everything that's happening. So there's a difference. But I've been blessed and productive and prosperous during this time. And this just confirms once again, I am a survivor, and I'm so grateful to know that about myself. Because in 2017, no, 2007, 2008, remember when the whole thing went down with the mortgage crash and everybody was losing,
Yeah.
And I started thriving. That's when Loving Your Hair workshops birth was around that time, around 2009, 2008 is when my stuff took off, because God prepared me in 2007.
Thank you, man.
So I lost a lot of stuff in 2007, and I had gotten it back by 2008, 2009. And that's when everybody else was like going through it. So they were going, this is terrible. Oh my God. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying right now with COVID. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I bounced back.
Very not comfortable, but nothing missing, nothing lacking at all. I don't.
I think I notice it more when I go to the store. Like when I leave this house, in this house, amazing. Everything. I got so much. I got roller skates, paints. We got stuff to do over here. We got Monopoly, Millionaire Monopoly we be playing.
Jump ropes.
Yeah, jump ropes. I'm working out. I'm cooking. Like the day goes like that. And it's night, and then you sleep, and it's like sleep is like you went like this, you open your eyes, you're back the next day. But when I leave and I walk out and you got, where's your mat? And it's like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of this. Okay. People, when I take my walks and you could see a person like a mile away and they start crossing the street. Like a mile away. So I also feel like our ego's getting involved a little bit. Like,
no, it ain't no ego. I think it's just fear. It's fear.
Oh, but also the ego lives in fear. And so it will be like, oh, here they come. You better, like it talks. It's
Yeah,
that it's edging God out, ego, edging God out. So it'll be like, oh, they over here. Oh, here they come. You better cross the street. You better like, don't look at them. Don't say nothing. Don't. It starts tripping.
and see, I don't even see it like that. I just see people as COVID. I don't want to, because most likely they do have their masks. They do, they're just kind of.
Can't even see each other smile at each other no more.
No, girl.
And I noticed some people will speak and they'll wave, and then other people like,
oh, that's what I'm saying. I guess that's
COVID. No,
fear. That's what makes me say fear, is because it's like can't even look at you. It's like we're passing each other, like you just crossed over.
That's that ego. So let me just clarify. A lot of times, I don't know who introduced ego as something that meant you popped your collar all the time. It's not that. It's not just I'm the baddest, the best, I'm boasting. Ego is fear-based. It thinks it's protecting you by instituting this fear. That's one of its jobs. The other job is to judge. The other job is to find fault in something.
Hypocrite.
So what the ego does, it takes all those things, all those dynamics. Imagine if you have a friend that finds fault, that judges, institutes fear in you, and takes you out of your spiritual place of being confident that God is in control, right? So if you have a friend like that, you don't really hang out with that person.
That sounds like an old friend to me.
You don't really be hanging out with that person. But when it lives inside of you, do you even recognize it's there? And that's what I think people don't do. They don't take an assessment of self-awareness to know, oh, the ego's talking now. Oh, God is talking to me. And that's why in the Bible it says, you cannot serve two masters. Fear and love cannot be in the same space together. It's a conflict. Ego is fear-based. We all have an ego, and it shows up different in everybody depending on what your underlying fears are. It takes it and it uses it in relationships and insecurities, job insecurity, death, health insecurity, like all these things. So it just kind of like, but I noticed since this COVID thing, there are a lot of people who feel entitled, like they shouldn't be going through this, that they're better than this.
Really?
Oh, you haven't been watching the news. They going off. So, and it's like, which person is talking? Is it that fear or is it God? Because God doesn't live.
God don't sound like that.
Yeah.
God is not going to sound like that.
Yeah. That's why we got to take assessment and look and see, what are we really, who's talking? I'm always like, who's running the machine right now? With myself. I always ask God to remove the blinders. Let me see what I'm not looking at, so I know where I'm tripping. Is it me or is it you? And even if it's not you, is it me or is it me?
It's like, yeah. I know, but no, that's really good. That is really, really good. And it a lot of times people just don't give time to be in tune. You know what I mean? To be present. Because we weren't raised like that. That's that thing I was saying about things being put on you before you even have opportunity to find out who you would be. Yeah. Like seriously. Okay. You done put your notes down, didn't you? I done talked so much. Right here. No, I'm going with the flow, because I mean, people just want to see real. People want to see normal. If they don't, that's all I got to offer. You know what I'm saying? And then starting, that's all they can get. Yo, literally, it's not a formal, structured, setting. That's all they're gonna get right now. So no, we rolling. I'm just trying to stay within the time frame. I know we have about less than 30. I talk a lot. Sorry. Let's see. We did pet peeve. I have phobia. Phobia is kind of, what are you afraid of? Okay, so I'm afraid of not being ready, not being prepared for anything. I got a thing about not being prepared, not being on my
stick, like blah, like yeah, I'm ready. I got to think about that. That's why I got emergency kits, earthquake kits, stuff. I got stuff in this house in my garage. Like, oh, if it go down, I'm ready. Backpacks and stuff, tents. Like I'm all about that. You know, water tablet purifiers in case we got to drink bad water. You know,
But yeah,
yeah,
I
I got to think about not being prepared. I think that's probably that's number one on my list. That my greatest phobia is not being prepared, especially as a Black person, because I'm the kind of person I go through history and I see what we got. So I'll be like, I ain't
like that. Now, is any of that childhood trauma stuff? Any of that?
Probably. It probably was. Yeah, definitely. I could see that my parents had a lot of devastation of things where they weren't prepared.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. My brother and you know what? You got a good point. I'm gonna talk to my brother about it because he got to think about that too, not being prepared.
Yeah.
So we probably looked at our parents as like, oh, we could have done this different had we been.
They weren't ready. Had they been ready. Yeah, a lot of times, you know, when it's something pressing in us or a phobia, like I said, with mine, with the pet peeve, really is a phobia. But it came from when I just really took the time. It was like, oh, it came from grandma's house. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I probably was like 7, and here I am 40, about to be 46. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, a lot of that stuff, it gets embedded in us, and it just becomes a part of us, and it could be good or bad. But being ready, I'm not mad at you, because when we had that the conference call with everybody, and you were talking about walkie talkies, I was like, yeah. I mean, I got the emergency kit. It's probably to a basic extent in comparison to yours or however many you have. But I definitely, you know, if it's candles, lighters, bags, rope, you know what I'm saying? We got it. We got it.
I got, you know, shoot, if we got to, I know how to live in the trees. I
I think I'll be able to figure it out.
just feel like I don't know why I'm like a survival woman. I feel like it could be some past life stuff. Like I brought it here, like you ain't gonna catch me, you know. I don't know. It's weird.
But it's so, I mean, it needs to have balance, or you need to visit that. But at the same time,
I think I'm fine with it.
I was gonna say at the same time, being ready is not a bad thing. So
yeah, I don't see
in your ponchos.
my whole thing is anybody that I talked to before about being ready and they thought it was funny, I'm like, okay. So years ago, I told my friends to get an earthquake kit, like have an emergency kit ready, have that. Told them this. And it was like, you're tripping. Fast forward, here we are with this corona thing, and everybody's like, oh my God, I gotta get masks. I had masks in my garage. I had ordered masks like a long time ago. The real ones. Like the ones, I'm in LA, we get a lot of fires. Yeah. So I ordered masks that were like, in case you couldn't breathe.
Right.
You know? And so I ordered hazmat suits. Like I was like, what? I got me some organic seeds and some soil in case we got to start this thing over.
Absolutely.
I just got a weird thing about, you know, being prepared and being able to take care of myself and the people around me.
It's nice. It's not a bad thing, because for the people that don't think about it, they need a person like you. You know what I mean? For every 7 person that don't think about it or whatever, here you come, filling in the blanks.
Ain't nobody listening.
Maybe, but fortunately, you know what I mean? But I don't think being ready is a bad thing. But when it is something, and it, you know, like it's almost like when you get a chance, go back and revisit that. What might have happened or what caused it, but it's not bad. I'm trying to figure out. Celebrity crush.
Man or woman?
It don't matter.
I love Layla Hathaway.
Oh my God, me too. I have a picture.
She's my crush. If I was into women,
no.
I use bunny ears. But if I was like, yeah, that girl, Layla Hathaway would be my crush. She is so smooth and cool, and her whole presence is just like, wow, empowering.
Nice. I met her on my
And
birthday.
I
Yeah.
met her, I got nervous. And I've been around a lot of people, but
I
Layla Hathaway, I was like, "You Layla Hathaway." He's like, "Well, yes, I am."
know.
I lost it.
So sweet. So Layla Hathaway. Just so
Yeah, I lost it. And then male wise, I can't even see, he got married, so now I had to take him off the list. It was Idris, but
crush?
Idris Elba. Love that accent, that chocolate skin, those dimples. But he, once a man get married, you can't. He off the list. It's no more, no more of that.
No one else. Not yet.
I don't have. I be crushing on my boyfriend.
Oh, your boyfriend.
I literally crushed on my boyfriend. Like the other day he called me and I was looking at his name come up. I love his whole name. Like I'm not best, like he's just I love, like, so he lives in another country. We've been in a relationship. This will be next month makes 6 years.
I was gonna say that. It was just crazy.
6 years, and he lives in Europe, but now he's on an island quarantine on the island that his family's from. And he's such a gentle soul, so sweet, so kind, so quiet. Just he just serene.
Yeah.
He don't argue with, he cool.
And you're okay with that? So you're not drama filled?
Maybe, and I don't know it because
No,
I'm this calm man.
With him, and he can stay cool and.
Well, in the beginning, I was trying to start some drama with him, and he just shut that thing down.
Oh,
like, Felicia, we don't really need to. We're good. He's like, I'm good.
I like that.
Yeah, he just knows.
Back to full.
And he's handsome and he's beautiful and he has this amazing smile that makes your heart fill up with joy. Like, so he's probably my crush. Like, and he's the man. I feel like God sent him to me. I needed a man like him at this time of my life because growing up in LA, I done dated some ninjas.
Some LA-ians.
Don't call them ninjas. And,
LA man.
Dated some ninjas. We'll leave the G's out. And they've been a trip.
Yeah.
So most of my life, you grow up, in LA, when you date here, you gotta kind of like be on your game. It's a game. It's a lot of game. Yeah. And so you learn how to like be about this game, which really is insecurity. I didn't even realize it.
Be yourself.
I didn't realize I got older, and after I got married and stuff, I was like, oh, so people just dysfunctional out in these streets and they don't even know. Yeah. We've been doing this forever. So my boyfriend shut that down. He's calm, man. If he has insecurities, I don't know what they are. He don't put them on me. He's the first man I've ever dated or loved, I should say, that makes me want to love myself more. Ooh. And I think every woman should have a man like that makes them want to love themselves more.
Because he loves you so much, or so sweet,
but he just shows me who I am and the beauty of me and the confidence and the appreciation, how I should appreciate myself, how I should love myself. Like he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
You deserve that though, because you it's so much in your life, and so much of your life belongs to everybody else. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that.
When he comes to town, he knows, he sees me work. I'm so busy. And he just will like chill. He's not demanding anything. He waits until it's his turn to have with me. He just likes being here. Yeah. And so I love that about him. Because I've been in a lot of relationships where the man wanted attention. He wanted the time that I needed to give to my business. He wanted it. He got jealous. My boyfriend, nah, nope.
That's what you need though, and you grown. You grown, and you've been in the game for a long time. So luckily, you figured out that you didn't need the drama or succumbed.
Yeah,
Is, you know what I mean? Smooth, his hit to his would it be his personality, his character, his personality?
I don't know. I guess it's
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in a sense, not like you surrendered, but if you were trying to start some drama or whatever, that could have been the remnants and the residue of LA and what you, like you say, in the game of it all. So then you come, I mean, literally, he's not even from here. And I've been out the country as well. And it's just a whole different energy and ball game and culture. It's everything.
He's black. He's black, but he's French, and he's just just a cool dude. You see my brother in the background.
I subscribe. I follow you.
On his page or to his podcast?
His well, both. I don't say about his Instagram.
Oh. Well, yeah, he says thank you. So I don't know if you've had a chance to check out his podcast. It's called Lead Up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. He'd be on that. He's
consistent. Good for
I mean, he just really helps people in the community understand the kind of businesses that are in the Black-owned businesses that are in the community to support them, because let's talk about this real quick.
Oh,
we got to really start to assess our vision of each other and who we are as it pertains to supporting one another. I can tell you, and I'm not even going to act like I'm just like the queen of this, but a lot of times we will run to other cultures and what they're doing before we support ourselves. And it's literally ingrained in us to be lazy to support ourselves, to support other people that look like us.
Yeah, not as urgent or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the first choice, not even second choice sometimes. I know, I do. But
it's interesting to me.
But we just have so far to go, and we know so much. It's like
but we don't know nothing.
I know.
We know so much, and we know nothing.
Nothing.
That is the definition of it. It is savant.
We act on nothing because we know. But it's just almost like this lackadaisical, just kind of like, oh well.
You think that's a training, a brainwashing, or that's our like what?
It's just, I think it's a heavy spirit. You know, if it's from slavery, what's been ingrained. It's just a heavy spirit on us.
Maybe it was before slavery, and we don't know. Like we don't know. Like what is that? Like we will totally
that stuff kind of.
Listen, if you run up to somebody in the streets right now and say the quarantine is over, we're good, they're gonna be like, I don't know. But if a white person run up to them in the streets, and I said it,
we've been trained,
and then they go, oh, for real? Let me look. Oh, you're right. But with us, we'd be like, I don't know, and I'm like, why we be like that with each other?
Trained to mistrust ourselves, and we've been taught that everybody else outside of ourselves, like how we do ourselves individually, is more intelligent, has more knowledge. So
how do we heal? How do people wake up to realizing if they're doing that? Like, what are the steps? I'm trying to figure out like what you have to. I know that's a complaint I have, but then what's the solution? You can't complain without having a solution. So it's like
the solution is you being conscious just as well. We weren't all
now it can't just be me out here doing it's,
but you're not. All I'm saying is we weren't always conscious.
I feel like we were before some things happened to us,
but we were not always conscious. I know I wasn't, and I come from Oregon. Oregon is so not diverse.
Oh, you talking about us. You're not talking about like our lineage.
Yeah. I'm just saying, us.
I was not always conscious. I was very asleep.
We were not always conscious. Exactly.
I was eating crazy stuff from places which totally lowers your vibration. I was watching the wrong stuff. I was doing some ratchet stuff. Yeah, so you're right.
Not loved. Yeah, so when we became conscious, that's like me. When I started doing my personal development, before my dad passed, it just came to me. I started reading a book by Jack Canfield, and it just started your financial blueprint. all the stuff that you were taught, and just all. And I started asking my mom, because my dad had dementia or whatever. I mean, he was cool. He knew who all of us were and all that stuff, but he could forget what he just ordered. But then he remembered everything, and also he never forgot like his kids and grandkids. So it was a
good
version, yeah. But I had to ask my mom like just some questions, like why didn't you, why didn't we ever have any, or standards, or my mom, anything we did was great, and that's not always good. And so a lot, if you don't go back, like I said, it don't have to be childhood traumas, but to your upbringing and all that stuff, a lot of people just don't do that. You and I, especially in our culture, know people 60, 70, 80 years old that is just as ignorant and, you know what I'm saying, stuck as a 6-year-old, 9-year-old, or whatever, and they don't think about it.
I was doing some research, and I found out that there are some Black folks in the South that still think they're in slavery. They still think slavery exists. They don't even know they've been freed. And the plantations that they work on and stay on, the person didn't say anything. It's a whole documentary on it. I was like, what?
Mississippi, Alabama.
And the lady,
Mississippi, Alabama, somewhere.
And the lady asked them, the lady who was conducting the interview, she's like, you're free. Like, what will you do? And the guy was like, nothing, because I've been here all my life. What is there to do?
And I'm not laughing because it's funny.
Sad. It made me sad.
There it is, though. I mean, but there it is. So I think for us, just as well as I have the Felicia Leatherwood, I have to buy this from you. You didn't now you've given me a lot of stuff. But I know, I'm just saying you really have. I still have.
Talk about the brush. Let's talk about the brush. So I have a brush here, because anybody that's going to be watching this is like, what makes this brush special? Right? The reason why this brush is amazing is because it flexes and opens up and moves with your hair, so it doesn't rip your hair out. Yeah. And I formulated this specifically for the kinkiest, coiliest textured hair, because I felt like there just wasn't enough tools for women with what we got here, texture 4. I don't know if
I think I have 4R. Where's that?
You know what? You're not gonna make up no alphabet name here. So I formulated for the texture 4s and the 3s here, so that they basically felt loved and that they could take care of their hair and detangle it and make it easy. Oh, okay. Well, that's gone. And I also made it for kids, like for little, because when I was a kid, the hardest thing was getting my hair done. It was torture.
A lot of hair, right?
Couldn't, no. Me, a lot of hair, never.
Never?
No.
Not even thick?
My hair never grew like that. My hair was always thin and fine, but very, very, very dry, very coarse, very snap back, very snap. My hair would snap on you, like snap on you, like clap, like you better get out of here, So that was my hair, and at that time, no products, no hair tools for my hair. It was just a pick. You take a pick to some dry, kinky, coarse hair, you might as well just whip me. Oh, and then you got a whooping, actually. I forgot.
Because you hurt so bad.
And then you cry, and then you got, that was.
Our getting our hair combed for anything was abuse. Snapping it back.
It's a brush.
Oh.
It detangles and helps children, young girls, love their hair. And so
I used it today.
I'm grateful. It comes in 3 colors, and we have the travel size.
And that's the beard and stuff too, right?
Yeah, the travel size. So men have been taking the regular size and using it on their beards, taking it from their wives and their girlfriends. They wrote me, and so I made a travel size, a smaller one for the men to use on their beards, and the little pink one for little girls to use on their hair, so they can do their own hair. So yeah,
good.
That's what I got going on.
I know.
And I'm super grateful for you for just giving me the opportunity to talk about that and randomly talk about a whole bunch of other things. This was fun and great.
Yeah. Oh, but that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. No like real agenda or you know what I mean? Because sometimes although people are being creative and filling in the blanks and doing stuff during quarantine, a lot of it is scripted and not that I won't when this comes out have a flyer and everything will be, professional to bring it out. But at the same time, like I said, I think people would like to get to know you.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just these if it is about product or just basic typical stuff and that's not even who I am. I like to dance to the beat of my own drum and do my own thing, and fun is a big deal, or just like you said, laughter, that's just my personality. And sometimes when you think you should be doing something and having some formal discussion or whatever, then you're not being true to yourself, which that would be, for me. And so when this came up, it was like, wow, I know people will really like to get to know one way or another, even when our time is almost up. Oh my God.
It went fast.
Our time is up.
I know. You asked some great questions though. Like it
well,
was
we'll have to do a part 2. Is LA open? Have y'all opened up?
Bro, you would think, because I'm looking out the window right now, there is mad traffic going down my street at 6:36 on a Wednesday.
It's about to go down.
I think people just took matters in their own hands and opened it up on their own, to be honest.
Next.
But it's, look,
I do.
This is a very interesting time. If you look, there's some really amazing things that have come from this. And then there's some other things that are going to come from this that we don't know about yet. And just hold on to the good parts. Yeah. That's all I can say.
No, you're doing good. You talking real stuff. Because we don't know. All we have to do is just keep
hold on to the good parts. And if it all goes real bad, make sure you have some Woodbridge Reserve around and some flowers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So exactly.
And then for those of you who would like to have Woodford Reserve and flowers and the Bible,
call me. Hit me up. Exactly.
Just saying.
Oh, you know what? And this is what I hear people do.
I understand.
Look, this is what I hear people do at the end when they wrapping stuff up. How can people reach you on social media?
Well, I'm Googleable. That's what I say. I made that word up. Google should give me a check. I'm Googleable.
Very much so.
Yeah. But it's FeliciaLeatherwood.com. FeliciaLeatherwood.com. And also on Instagram, loving, LOVING, your hair. Loving your hair. Twitter, loving your hair. And I mean, seriously, you can put my name in Google and everything's going to come up. During this quarantine time, I've been doing Get Cute While Quarantine with Felicia Leatherwood every Saturday. And that's been amazing because I've been able to help people in their homes do all these tutorials and, like take matters into their own hands with their hair. So, yeah.
They love it. They love it.
I'm doing.
People love you, but you're very lovable. You know what I mean?
Thank
so
you.
I appreciate you. One thing before we go, another thing about you that I've always appreciated, and I know a lot of people out in the world can attest to it, is you just share so much. Stuff I'll be thinking like, I could have got $50 for that. You just give it.
What is happening?
Oh no.
And this has been happening on my computer. And I don't know.
Probably if you have
I am so sorry. I don't know how to get rid of it. And it still keep going. It's terrible.
It's happened to me, but I found out it's like a Google Voice number, and I don't know where to find it.
Oh.
Yeah, if you have one, I do. But when that happens, it's like I know someone's calling you or what.
Why did it come through here? It came through my phone and I dismissed it. So why? Anyway, hey, technology. Welcome to 5G.
Anyway, but no, you share so much and you share so freely and you give so freely, and that's why so much is given back to you freely, and your life is so fruitful, you know, because you do multiply it, and that's a beautiful thing. And so I've always appreciated that about you. It started with you cutting up my t-shirt at the Talia YG.
So funny.
Yeah, but it's
Thank
real.
you.
And yeah, so I just appreciate our friendship. I appreciate you being my manager. I mean, how fun is that? I just appreciate you as a person. I'm so glad to have this time with you. Like, you're my first person. I really believe I want this to be a series, but Felicia came up. It came up because
yeah, we always ask really good questions too. This is our second interview, and you always do the most amazing questions. So thank you so much for this.
Absolutely.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
What is this? May 20th, 2020. Our last.
Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna air, but it'll be in the archive.
Well, this was on my bucket list, and my birthday is next week, so it'll air. I know. So I'll just have to get my flyers and everything ready to present it, but it'll air soon.
Okay.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Thank you so much. And take care. I know. Have a good night. Bye.